myself in this deep depression, and I didn't know that I was in this depression until my husband pointed it out. I would go to work, I would come home, and y'all don't know, I don't know if y'all watch Hallmark, but Hallmark is like my joint, right? I just watch Hallmark. Yeah, I knew every episode. And it was embarrassing. But and that was for 2 months. But I was like, I gotta do something. And so I said, God, why am I hurting so much? Why is this boy treating me like this? And I said, Lord, show me my heart. Now let me tell y'all something. Don't that sound so sweet? Oh, show me my heart. And you're supposed to see these angels flying out. Mine didn't turn out like that, right? I said, show me my heart. And I ran into every nasty, condescending, rude, disrespectful, whatever other stuff comes behind all of that. And I said, I don't act like that. I mean, y'all see me, Tuniscia. Oh, I seem pretty decent, right? That's what I thought. But you know what God said? He said, you asked me to show you your heart. Come on now. You didn't ask me to show you who you pretend to be to everybody else. And I said, oh. So that's when I had to get the kids' permission. I was like, these poor people dealing with that. Like, I'm looking at the strangers like, I don't even feel like dealing with you for 1 minute at the grocery store. These people gotta live with this nightmare monster of a woman. And I was like, why is this kid so disrespectful? Because I believe in life, you know, it's a mirror. Sharon, you know the story we talk about. It's a mirror. You get what you give. And so if I keep giving getting this from him, why? And he said, look at how you treated your mother. See, something y'all don't know, when I was 24 years old, my mother and I went to the same church. So Sunday, the pastor taught on Father Like One and all of this stuff. And on Monday morning, my mom decided to give me a call. I'm talking about, like, you know, the regular, hey, Ma, how you doing? Everyday chit chat most of us have. But on this morning, she decided to say, oh, by the way, the man that I told you was your father all these years, he's not really your dad. Huh. I don't even know what to tell you if you ever get that news dropped in your lap, because I'm still trying to figure out how I really. So I have this thing in my mind where I always just deal with a situation and then I process the emotions later. Like, that's why people think I'm so cold, because I just deal with it and the emotions come separate. So now I gotta figure out who's the man. She knew his birth certificate, his birth date, she knew his social security number, she knew everything about him. So I went to work, I was a paralegal at the time. One of the attorneys used to be a private investigator. I found the person's family, all this stuff. I called the man. The man was like, oh yeah, you're my daughter. I always told your mom you were my father, you were my daughter, but she just wanted to pick the cooler guy. At 24, I really couldn't process. I'm leaving a lot of stuff out for a reason. But I didn't feel like dealing with that at that time. So I literally shoved that off to the side and left it there. And although my words said, I forgive you, my actions, I was nasty. I was nice and nasty. And so even though I said hello, and even though I spoke to her, I was not genuinely kind. And you know that baby boy that I told you picked up all the habits that, good God, if I had one good one, he couldn't even find it. That's what he showed me. And so then I'm now 40 years old, looking at, what do I do? And so I remember going to Oprah, a Life I Want weekend, one of these weekends that she had, and Iyanla Vanzant was there. And I bought like a bundle of books because I'm an avid reader. And I had given baby girl this book, and I noticed her attitude was kind of changing. I said, oh, Shvi, mommy likes this. What you doing? She said, Mom, remember that book you gave me? I was like, well, give it back. Because the sister's struggling, give it back. And so she gave it 21 days to forgive everyone for everything, right? So I went on this journey of healing and all of this stuff, which was what brought us to who you see before you today. And so I thought to myself, even though I don't know this woman personally, because I am going to mail this to her. I studied Iyanla Vanzant like nobody's business. Some of you guys may think she's rough, she's too to the point, but I need that to the point. Like, I'm that girl, like, give it to me. Don't give me no fruit. Let's just get to the thing. And I'm a person that's going to take what I need and I leave the rest. Like, if I don't need what you're talking about, I'll say, oh, thank you, okay, and I just go on about my business. Ain't no need for me to get upset. So I decided that this year's Motherhood Soul Healer of the Year award is Iyanla Vanzant. And I said, for your raw, transparent, straight to the heart of the thing approach, presented with love and gratitude, Tuniscia O, the CEO of Blending Our Love Incorporated. So I'm gonna mail this to her to thank her. I can only hope that I can get that book, 21 Days to Forgive Everyone for Everything, into the hands of every woman. Because if you do the work, and oh man, it wasn't easy. But if you do the work, you'll get to hear what happens with your children when my baby girl comes to share later on. So I don't know what y'all want to take from that, because this was just about the award. If you want to write notes, knock yourself out. But what I do know is that today there are a lot of you guys that are going to leave. You're going to drive home and you're going to say, oh, that was so nice. How was the conference? It was nice. Oh, it had some great things. But there's only 1% of you that are really gonna tie up your shoelaces and get into the thick of things to make stuff happen. I almost had to catch myself because I say stuff sometimes. Shantae over there giving me that signals like, hold on. But I'm just a real person. But seriously though, there's only 1% of y'all that are really gonna be in here really ready to grind it out. And I'm only talking to that 1%. That's all I'm talking to. And if that's you, you know who you are. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you think it's gonna be pretty, as you see me standing up here smiling, stuff got real. I can't tell you the tears, I can't tell you the pain, and I can't tell you how long it's gonna last. But I can tell you, if you are really ready to meet yourself, only you can do it. My husband couldn't fix that thing for me. My mama couldn't get it right for me. My poor kids was suffering, but they was stuck with me because they wasn't even grown enough to get out. They didn't want to, you know when it's bad. When my baby boy graduated high school, he said, Mama, I deserve an award. I said, for what? What did you do? He said, just for surviving your house. I laughed it off, but that's a real problem. So, with that said, write down whatever you like. Soul Healer of the Year award. And I'm about to shift gears so fast. When I tell y'all we about to make a hard right-hand turn, that's what we're going to do. Because I need to give some shout-outs to some of the other wonderful people in the room who have helped make this sponsor possible. It's like a commercial break. You know how you're in a good part of the movie and then the commercial come on? The commercial just came on right now. Hey, great.